It's been a while since we've heard anything about the upcoming LF-1 or whatever they decide to eventually call it. And we finally got a big update here on the powertrains of the upcoming LF-1 production version. Welcome back to the channel, Luxurious Fleet. If you're new here, my name's Kirk. I mainly cover Lexus and Toyota, but I dabble in all Japanese autos as well. So let's dive into Best Car. They have breaking news on the new LF-1's power plants. There is a huge write-up here leading up to the juicy information. I'll definitely put the link in the description if you guys want to read that lead up. This is where the fun stuff begins. What's more, the newly developed 4-liter V8 twin-turbo seems to be finished with better performance than expected. This V8 unit is a new engine that replaces a 2UR GSE loaded in the current LC500. Now this engine will eventually be adopted in the LC, more specifically probably the LCF. I could see the 5-liter living on, but really they could have two different tunings of this twin turbo, but it would make sense to have a lower cost LC with the 5-liter. Please lower the price, bring it down to maybe 70 grand with the 5-liter V8, and maybe have the LCF with the twin turbo V8 coming in at maybe 100, 110 grand. But you know, I don't think that's gonna happen. So back to the LF-1 here. And they say this will also be the heart of the next ISF. Take that with a grain of salt. We know that the next IS is going to be a refresh. It's not gonna be a redesign, unfortunately. And the talks actually is that there's gonna be an IS 500 and it will have the reprising role of the 5-liter V8 in there instead of this twin turbo V8. Now that's an IS 500. It is possible that they could make an ISF again with a revision with a twin turbo V8. That would be absolute just cherries on top of a brownie sundae with a banana split inside. Anyways, back to this twin turbo V8 exceeding 600 horsepower. That's not new, but it looks like it's getting more and more confirmation as time goes on because we don't hear anything different from that 600 horsepower. And this LF-1 will probably show that level of power. And the target here, of course, it is the Porsche Cayenne, which I've been talking about a lot, that it is. We need Lexus to have a top of the range, 2-row, super high level crossover SUV to compete with the Cayenne turbos, to compete with the Audi Q8s and the RS8s that are going to be coming out and things like that. The Cayenne has a 4-liter twin turbo as well, but only 550 horsepower. Now PS is a little bit different, but it's close enough. Juicy info here. In addition to the 4-liter V8 twin turbo, Toyota's first hybrid turbo is also going to be available. Now they're saying that their estimated production is going to be from 21 to 2022, so huge window here. I would say probably early 2022 at the best case scenario. Referencing the base V6 twin turbo in the Cayenne, which has about 440 PS, it'll be said the Toyota first hybrid turbo that combines the motors and the same 3-liter V6 twin turbo, which is something new. We haven't seen a 3-liter V6 yet. We have the 3.5 or technically a 3.44 liter twin turbo in the LS500, but that's not hybridized at this point in time. And they said it would exceed the Cayenne in terms of power, and it seems there will be great advantage in terms of fuel efficiency. Lexus aims to surpass even the strongest 680 PS Lamborghini Urus in the BMW X7, Q7 or Q8, I talked about that, with the 4-liter turbo surpassing the benchmark Cayenne. So yeah, close to 600 horsepower with this twin turbo V8, and I feel like they're going to have different specs of it. Maybe the LCF will have, let's say, 650 horsepower, where this Cayenne fighter, the LF-1 production variant, could have upper 500s and close to that 600 horsepower mark. ISF, yeah, I mean, they can always bring it back, and they need to. There should always be an ISF. That was the first F vehicle, and it's just a shame that they went away from it, because it is like such an iconic vehicle if you're a fan of not only Japanese cars, but all cars in general. So let me dive into this 3-liter, that's what they're calling it, a 3-liter V6 turbo hybrid. I have a video that's coming out soon that I speculate on the upcoming power plants for the Lexus branch. Because Toyota is catching up with their power plants and their vehicles in general. And I have a video coming out in the next day or so talking about how Lexus needs to have these certain type of power plants to make it a cut above the Toyota lineup. And a turbo hybrid is something I it's crossed my mind. I never thought that they would do it. I thought that'd be a little risky for them. I thought they would come up with a plug-in V6 hybrid variant. But the fact that they're drawing the displacement down to 3 liters instead of 3.5, you know, might save a little bit of weight. They can stick a turbo in there, get more power, and we don't have confirmation if this would be a plug-in hybrid. That would be my guess for them to get that much horsepower out of it. Really exciting things that we see for the LF-1. And before I let you guys go, this information came out today as well. I didn't want to make multiple videos because there wasn't enough information on both of these to do that. But here we go. Still at Best Car over in Japan, the Yaris Cross is unexpectedly cheap. Is releasing in October, and the new Yaris Cross fills the blank in the first half of the 2 million yen range. When we got the reveal for this, we were expecting it to debut in Europe in early 2021, maybe even spring of 2021, and that still could be the case. This being a Japanese website, they are going to make the Yaris Cross for the Japanese market, and that vehicle will also trickle its way down to Australia. So it's possible that Australia and Japan, definitely Japan, looks like it's going to be getting the Yaris Cross a little bit earlier ahead of schedule, which is super awesome. I would adore to have this vehicle in America, but it's unlikely to ever come here. If you want to learn more about the Yaris Cross, definitely watch my video on it around my face. But it is essentially a raised Yaris about the same length. It has a more internal capacity. It's going to use the same hybrid system, the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder hybrid system, super efficient. And of course it'll have all-wheel drive with the electric motor to power the rear wheels. And the price is expected to be between 2 million and 2.5 million yen. So I'll put that currency exchange up on the screen so you can see what it would be in US dollars. But like I said, it's not going to be available here. No, why don't we get the cool things? Now, if we look here, it says the Harrier and RAV4 PHV, which is a plug-in hybrid, will go on sale in June, but this is Japan. Now, we haven't heard on when the RAV4 Prime, which it'll be called here in the States, when that is coming, other than summer of 2020, which is this summer. We know that the Harrier badged Venza, or the Venza badged Harrier, is going to be unveiled. Well, it already is unveiled, but it will be available for sale, I believe, this August here stateside. So if the Venza will be available in August stateside, it's a really good chance that that's when the RAV4 plug-in hybrid will be available as well. And I'm not going to go make a whole video on the plug-in hybrid RAV4, the Prime, or at least the recent rumors about it. The recent rumors are saying that it's more of a paper launch, which means it's going to have people reviewing the vehicle. It'll technically be available for sale, but not really in any sort of volume. So the demand is going to far exceed the availability of the plug-in, not Prius Prime, RAV4 Prime. And I think that's definitely a strong possibility. I mean, there's already a global restriction on the RAV4 hybrid, but the plug-in variant, which the whole world is waiting for, is likely to be in very small volume, probably for the first year, and then the second year starting to get somewhat close to filling the orders, or at least the pre-orders that we have seen on that plug-in Prime. Yeah, but lots of fun news today. The LF-1 cannot come soon enough. I mean, that's going to be a game changer for the Lexus brand, in my opinion, to have once again a flagship that is relevant. I mean, the LS is phenomenal, the LC is phenomenal. Neither of them sell, especially the LC, and no one can deny the beauty of that vehicle. I keep looking over here because I have an LC brochure on my desk. No, I mean, why not? Why not? I cannot wait for the LF-1 to finally come. It looks like it's probably 2 years out at this point, but that'll go by like that. And make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming unveils, news, reviews here and there as well. And thank you so much for watching. If you guys haven't smashed the like button, what are you doing? Make sure to do that. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. And until next time, peace out.